This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 24, verse 4, and it reads, The earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away. The hardy people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the law, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory. We'll see Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Makah Kodash. Double honors to my elder apostles, elder bishops, elders at Great Millstone that rule well, that teach well, that taught me this truth. Peace, love, and salutation to the Ba'ath Tawadah, which is the house of David, which is the elect. Shalom. It's shalom to you, sincere Akim, and sincere Akwaf that follow the line wherever it goes. Shalom. This is your brother Yanagaya from the Providence, Rhode Island camp, coming back to you again with another one. Okay, just land backing off of the beloved elder Hawad video. Okay, GMS South Carolina 777, right, on how the earth needs a reset. Okay, on how the earth needs a reset. It needs a reset, man. Okay, we are tired, man. Okay, we are tired, and again, although we have to keep pushing this ministry, right, you know, again, man, this world needs a reset. It needs new management, right? Because everything around us is dying, right? Everything around us is waning. Everything around us is getting weaker and weaker, right? Okay. So again, I'm not going to make this lesson too long. Okay, bring on some few precepts to the spirit and power, Yahweh Bashim Shai, and Lord willing, those of you who are tuning in are edified, right? So let's get this real quick. This is Daniel chapter 7, verse 25, and it reads, And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. Okay, speaking about Esau, Edom wearing out the saints of the Most High, right? And think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and a dividing of times. And again, we've been in this devil's hand since we've been, you know, brought over here by cargo slave ships, man. Okay, off the west coast of the interiors of Africa, man. Okay, so we've been over here, brought over here to serve our punishment, right? And we're still in the hands of this devil, man. All right. Matter of fact, what's that scripture real quick? This is Baruch chapter 3. Because I was just thinking today while I was driving home, I was fighting to drive home, right? Because my body is so beat down, and again, we still gotta carry on. We still have to persevere. But again, some of the time we beg the Lord, man. How long, Lord? How long shall this endure, man? Okay, we get sick, right? Our bodies get weak, right? Because at the job, we do the jobs of like 3 to 4 different person, right? And brothers are fighting ailments, right? Sickness. Okay. Hey man, this devil, man, this Esau Edom, man, he's not letting up, man. This is Baruch chapter 3, verse 8, and it reads, Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity. Okay, so we're not saved, man. Okay, we're not saved. We need saving, right? This is the reason why Yahweh Shai name translates to He saves, He delivers. He's the one that's going to do the saving and the delivering, man. Okay, we're not saved, man. Okay, we're still in this day in our captivity, man. It says, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, right? Because remember, we're still under the curse, man. Okay, we're the curse is a constant reminder that we're in captivity, man. Okay, and to be subject to payments. Okay, bills. Okay, if we work, we don't eat, man. Okay, if we work, we don't eat, man. And we get, brothers got bills to pay. Brothers got things to take care of their family, right? Their offsprings, right? But we still gotta. The Lord still give us the strength, right? To carry on, man, to still keep going, man. All right. It says, according to all the iniquities of our fathers which departed from the Lord Yahweh our power. Okay. So this is vexing, man, because this place is not being run in righteousness, man. All right. This is Micah 2:10. It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, right? This is not our rest, man. Okay, this place is not for us to feel comfortable, man. We're not gonna feel comfortable, man. Okay, when you're at the job, they're pouring all different types of work on you, right? They're doing all different types of, deception, right? This place has to go, man. It says, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with a sword destruction, man. Okay. This is Hosea chapter 4, verse 1, and it reads, hear the word of the Lord Yahweh, you children of Israel, right? Children of Israel is a people before is a place, right? For the Lord Yahweh had a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, no mercy, no knowledge of the Most High Yahweh in the land, man. Okay, this place is not governed by the law, statutes, and commandments, man. Okay, you seeing homosexuality, right, running rampant, adultery running rampant. Okay, people getting over on one another, right? Lying, stealing. It says right here, it says verse 2, by swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out and blood toucheth blood. Therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish with the beasts of the field, man. Okay, so even the animals are feeling it, man. You got all different types of whales beaching themselves, right? You got animals out there that's coming into the human habitat looking for food, right? The birds, every minute you see like a little sparrow, a little bird that just on the side of the curb, deleted, man. Okay, all because of this devil rule in this place, man. Okay, Esau, Edom, man, the self-proclaimed white man, man. All right. It says, and with the falls of heaven, yea, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken, right? Okay. So now it says here, Isaiah 14. Let's go to Isaiah 14. It's Isaiah 14:3. And it shall come to pass in that day, the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve, right? That's what I was saying. We come over here to serve this place, man. Okay, to serve these Edomites, man. They brought us into captivity, man. Okay, but they're gonna pay for it, man. Like the scriptures say, he that toucheth you, toucheth the apple of his eye, man. Okay, the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, man. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, that fit the prophecy, that fit the curse. Okay, this is what's gonna happen. This is what's happening, man. Okay, verse 4, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how have the oppressors ceased, the golden city ceased? Verse 5, the Lord Yahweh have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the ruler, who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruleth the nation in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. Right? Okay? Because we're still in this devil's hand, man, and he's not letting up, man. Okay? Brothers is going through it, man. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? This is the rite of passage. It's the only rite of passage, man. Okay? It says, verse 7, the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon saying, since thou art laid down, no fellow is come up against us, right? Okay? And the Lord is going to bring this devil down, man. Okay? Because the world is not, the sins of Esau, Edom, okay? The wickedness, right, has reached onto the heavens, man. All right? So the Lord is going to make do on his word, and he's going to take the wicked out of position, man. All right? Let's get that scripture. I'm not going to make this too long. This is Wisdom of Solomon 6:24. But the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world, And a wise king is the upholding of the people, right? Okay, the welfare of the world, man. When the true biblical Hebrewites are back in power, man. Okay, no, we're not gonna. It's not gonna be death, man. It's not gonna be, aches and pains, man. Okay, the Lord is gonna wipe away all tears, man. Okay, we're gonna govern the world with the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay, which is life. All right. Verse 25, receive therefore instruction through my words, and it shall do you good. Okay, and what is the word, man? What is the instruction? The law, statutes, and commandments that's in the Bible, man. Okay, let's get that. What's that? Sirach 10. Because I had to do this lesson, man, because I'm thinking, driving home, okay, how my body was just so much in ache and pain, man. I never felt anything like that in my life, man. Okay, and today went by so quick, man. Okay, it says Sirach, also known as the book of Ecclesiasticus 10:1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of man the rule of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. Okay, so the people of this world, okay, is that's not in this truth, not in this sanctuary, okay, not running into that strong tower, or is in the strong tower of Yahweh Bashmi Shai, right? They're basically natural brute beasts, man. Acting just like the rulers, man. Okay, acting just like Esau Edom, man. Okay. No guidance, no light whatsoever, right? Just a natural brute beast, man. All right. Esau Edom was never given, the Edomites was never given the law, statutes, and commandments to rule the world, okay, in an upright way, man. It was only the Israelites, man. And even though they do have the book, they still don't govern the world the way how it should be, man. Let's get that real quick. I'm jumping. Matter of fact, Salaki, I'm all over the place, but Lord willing, this is making sense. This is Isaiah 26:10. Let favor be shown to the wicked. And how was favor shown to the wicked, man? They got the book, man. Okay, they got the Bible, man. But they don't follow us in the scriptures, man. Okay, hence the reason why everybody on the planet Earth is suffering, man. It says, yet will he not learn righteousness in the land of uprightness. And what is the land of uprightness? Okay, Israel, man. The land of Israel, man. Okay, or the land of Canaan, right? Which is Israel, right? It says, in the land of uprightness he will deal unjustly and will not behold the majesty of the Lord Yahweh, man. Okay, the Most High is not in all their thoughts, man. Okay, all they plan on doing is wickedness, man. All right? So for a wicked person in power, okay, we should expect afflictions. We should expect pain. We should expect unrighteousness, man. All right? Death, destruction, right? Pollution, okay? Artificial food, man. GMO foods, man. All right? You should expect these things, man. Because the time is coming where the Lord is going to have to shorten those days, man. Let's grab that real quick and jump back to the book of Sirach. St. Matthew 24:21, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever shall it be. And except those days should be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened, right? Because we're coming into some heavy times where evils are going to increase more upon the earth, man. Okay? Because this devil is ruling, man. This devil is in power, man. Job 9:24. Let's jump up real quick. St. Matthew 24:12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, man. Okay? And this is the reason why, people ain't going to be caring, man. People, that's going to be far from the average individual mind, man. Okay? We're coming into some serious times, but guess what? The Lord is going to set up one that is profitable, man. It says, verse 3, an unwise king destroyeth his people. And this is the reason why, Esau, Edom, right? This is what they're doing now, man. They're destroying people by what? By the way of the music, the things that people eat, okay, the different types of vibration that they're putting out there, right? The doctrine of they don't teach the 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 true biblical law, statutes, and commandments, man. They follow the way of the Talmud, man, starting with those tiny tops, man, okay, of Esau Edom, man, the Amalekites, man, okay. It says, but through the prudency of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited, Salakia. Verse 4, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable, man. Okay, so the Lord is going to set up the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, which are you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and you Israelite speckled birds, right, that might look like these other heathen nations, but your seed line goes back to, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, okay, which is a so-called black man. So, again, man, okay, this place, is oppressing, man, okay, but again, the Lord is going to deliver his hopeful elect, right? And the Lord again is going to liberate us out of the clutches of Esau Edom, man. So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory. Go see Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakah Kodash. Shalom to the elect. Shalom.